What's going on, YouTube? Today we are talking about artifacts, okay? I have no idea what they do, just that I have to have them because there's a little window that puts a little green check mark next to whether I have it or not, all right? For us people that see stuff like this, we just got to have it. This is the journal. This is J. This is where artifacts. Whenever you're questing in an area, I highly suggest you pay attention to what you need here because, for example, in the Hadarak Desert, a guy named Adad, something a lot of us didn't have, will want orcish effigies. Orcish effigies are farmed off orcs in the Hadarak Desert. I am going for the Hadarak Desert artifact right now, mostly because if I get one more artifact here, you can see 4 out of 5. It unlocks an ancient door at the Hadarak ruins, allowing access to a rune merchant. That rune merchant has runes that you can apply to your gear for significant stats. It's highly recommend you do this. I'll show you the runes afterwards. So I'm done getting ambushed by these guys. So like on my bow right here, I have Indomitable Greater Ruin of Precision plus 20 attack power. Fantastic. I unfortunately do not have that unlocked. I had to get a guildmate to put that rune on. But the runes that we're going for right now, you'll notice that I have plus 9 might on my helmet. But on my chest, I only have plus 4 might. That's because that was the rune vendor from the last biome that I was grinding in. So how to acquire, you have to get these little things called ankhs, right, to unlock the artifact. Right here, it'll tell you complete part of the story quest Trial of the Dunes to obtain an ankh. That's what I'm doing right now. Complete the story quest. Those are pretty straightforward, right? You just complete quests. These story quests will unlock when you reach a certain legacy level. I have no idea, or effective level. I have no idea what that level is. You're just gonna have to grind and level up and find out for yourself. Slaying the gods in the Hadarak Desert might result in dropping an arm. Just grind gods. There's a little camp there. It asks you to go to it like 5 or 10 times. This is why you want to pay attention to this journal as you're progressing through a new area, because it's super important that if you don't want to have to come back around and do this stuff again. I mean, it asks you to turn in 100 orc effigies, but here the where's the other one? Exchange minotaur horns with Amilcar. That's actually, I'm pretty sure that's actually 250 minotaur horns, and you have to quest in the minotaur area. So if you pay attention to your journals and you're down there, the minotaur horns are actually considered trash loot. So if you're vendoring your creature products, you could be vendoring items that you need to exchange for journals. So pay attention to that. It's very important. You could be vendoring 100 orc effigies, you know, and not even realize. The exchange cave roses with Eshman. I think there's like 4. I think there's like 4 of them, and they're all in the Draznada area. Unfortunately, I don't have a map of the Hadarak Desert open right now. I myself am trying to complete the first part of the storycraft, Trial of the Dunes, to obtain the ankh. I actually think this quest might be bugged out and can't be completed right now, but I'm also pretty sure that we can get to a point. I'm pretty sure we can get to the quest, the sub-quest that we need to do. So it's actually asking me to slay skeletons and fill this gem. J. Yeah, search the treasures at the Temple of Alquilin to obtain an ankh. Okay? And you'll notice that, you know, before you can actually do this one, before you can actually acquire this ankh, I know it's hidden behind my camera a little bit, but it says search the treasures at the Temple of Alquilin to obtain an ankh. You actually have to get a different one first so that you unlock the ancient temple door at the temple. Okay? So that's artifacts. That's all you need to know. And then with that information, you should be able to decipher everything and everything you need to know, except what artifacts do. I'm still not very sure. I actually don't have one yet. We're going to circle back around to Sejeko Island, and we're going to knock that one out in due time. It takes a little bit, but we'll get there. We're definitely not going to be able to achieve the Hadarak Desert artifact anytime soon, considering you have to grind 100 orcish effigies, and we simply aren't going to complete. That's not just like a weekend thing you decide to do. You know what I mean? That's going to take a few days. Yeah. As soon as I get an artifact, I'll do another video as to exactly what that they do. But it's just a cool little, it's another little layer that you're asked to complete while you're doing your regular grind, and it's really fun to do. I'm excited to see 100%, 100%, 100%, all complete. It'll just have this nice clean look to it. So those are artifacts. That's all you need to know about the Hadarak Desert artifact. Let me see. Exchange Aether Dust with Dido at Sanskar, or Beastly Distillate with Belshazzar in the Temple of Koros. Haven't even scrolled down to look at that one, to be honest. Slaying either jackals or Jinn in the Rift Sand. You actually don't unlock the Rift Sand until a little bit later on. So the Jinn that you find in the Temple of Alquilin, I actually don't think that they count. I've killed quite a few, and I have not got an Ankh from them. So, yeah. So I'm pretty sure there's like a whole actual grinding spot called the Rift Sand in which the Ankh will drop from the Jinn. Complete the dynamic quest, A Sludging Mess. Haven't run into that dynamic quest yet in the Hadarak Desert. We could probably just Google it really quick and get a general idea of where that's at. I've been focusing some other ones. I have like 6 hours and nothing. I think it is in Hadarak. Hey, any tips on this? Oh, that's 28 days ago, and people still don't know. Another post here. Up. See the Ravendawn DB. Alright, so that information didn't help me at all. So, there you go. There actually isn't a ton of information out there for this game quite yet, so that's why I'm trying to cover it on my YouTube channel. We still have a little bit of the desert to explore, so this will not be our last Hadarak Desert Artifact video. As soon as we complete the Hadarak Desert Artifact, we will make another video confirming, just how much it takes and the general idea of where you need to go for everything. So that's artifacts, and you can kind of decipher how all the other artifacts work. A lot of really cool stuff is unlocked through these artifacts. I mean, in Sejeko Island, an actual like mine, like a crafting area that's hidden, is unveiled to you, and it's pretty neat. So it's just another thing to pay attention to. If you can pay attention to these things when you first start out playing the game, and you kind of complete them in full along the way, then you're gonna have a much more pleasant experience, rather than just, okay, I gotta go kill 1,000 of this mob. But if you're questing and you're like, okay, I gotta complete this quest in the area, and that quest area seems to drop a mob piece that I have to turn in, and at the same time you can be completing a bounty board on that same mob. You kind of want to stack your tasks here get as much stuff done on the first playthrough as possible. So that's Artifacts. Thanks for tuning in. I'm always really awkward when I'm trying to leave YouTube videos. I don't really know how to end streams or videos, so I'll just say check us out live if you made it this far. You probably haven't. Been rambling.